So our next guest is our guest of honor. We are so thrilled to have her here. She knows what it is to overcome barriers, be it social, racial, economic. She was raised by her abuelita in the Western Addition, and from there she went on to earn an MBA and to become the first African-American mayor of the city of San Francisco.
For having me here today, and I am excited because women are taking over the world. We have sent a record number of women to Congress, and I am so hopeful. I'm hopeful for the future of our country, and I'm also really hopeful for the future of our city. I've been here my entire life. I was born and raised in San Francisco. My grandmother, she raised me in the Western Addition community in public housing. I lived there more than 20 years of my life in poverty, in frustration and hopelessness, losing friends and family members to drugs, to gun violence, to anything that you could think of in terms of the challenges that communities that are filled with poverty have encountered. And I was really fortunate. I was really fortunate because I had a praying grandmother. I also had a strict grandmother. And the community really encouraged and supported and pushed me, and I had these incredible mentors. I didn't even know what professional development was. I didn't even know that my teachers were encouraging me and helping me and pushing me. I didn't really appreciate how much time they took, even especially when I was misbehaving. I didn't appreciate that until I became an adult myself and realized how challenging the world is and how hard it is to overcome the kinds of obstacles that me and some of my family members have had to overcome to even get ahead in the world. And so that's why I'm so happy to be here today, because this is an opportunity to not only open the doors to the next generation of Latinas in the tech world. This is an opportunity to cultivate even more and more generations of young people to really be in this industry, especially women, who may not feel as if they have a place in this industry. So I was lucky. I went to college, I graduated, and I came back. I started working in the community. I became the executive director of a place called the African American Art and Culture Complex. And I was thinking about, even though I'm mayor today, I was a very challenging kid to work with, and people were patient with me. And I really felt like I got that right back when I started working with kids in the community. They tested my patience time and time again, but ultimately, when we were dealing with some of the worst violence in the history of our community and our city, we were losing, not only I grew up losing my friends to gun violence, but then these were their children. And we were dealing with that at that time. And so the work we did at the African American Art and Culture Complex created the opportunities for mentorship, for professional development. And I paid our kids. I paid them because I wanted to keep them out of trouble. I wanted to keep them focused on programs. And I knew they came from low-income communities where in many cases their grandmothers or their moms couldn't give them lunch money to go to school. We purchased school clothes. We did so much to cultivate a new generation of leadership so these kids could have a real opportunity to success. We exposed them to city employment opportunities. We visited companies, and this is before tech really took off in San Francisco. So the healthcare industry, the retail, everything that existed, because I didn't want their normal to be what I experienced. I didn't realize there were so many opportunities. I didn't know even much about college until I was in 10th grade and a UC Davis recruiter visited Ms. Luke's class when I was in my US government class. That should never happen. And this is why, as mayor, I implemented my DREAM program about a month ago called Opportunities for All. And Opportunities for All is a program that we have developed where all high school students in the city and county of San Francisco will have access to a paid internship in various industries throughout the city. I don't want the options I had to be the options the next generation of kids growing up in this city have. My options, honestly, was getting pregnant. My options were going down to the Tenderloin and selling drugs, or shoplifting downtown. I mean, these were things that happen on a regular basis, and those were the only things that were discussed. I want the kids that are growing up now to say, do I want to work in the tech industry? Do I want to work in the healthcare industry? I want them to have the opportunities to do anything they want to do. And I tell you all of this because Latinas in tech is a part of the solution of making sure that opportunities for women, for Latinos, for folks who disproportionately are not represented in the tech industry, this opens the door to opportunity. Don't think because you may not be where you want to be in your career that you can't be a mentor or a supporter or a friend or helpful to someone else. This is about developing positive relationships. This is about growing in this industry. This is about looking out and supporting one another, because that's the only reason why I'm standing here right now as your mayor. People supported me. People didn't give up on me. People provided me with so many incredible opportunities. And that didn't happen for so many of my family and friends. And so what I am most excited about as mayor is opening the doors of opportunities. And yes, I know that San Francisco faces a lot of opportunity, a lot of challenges with homelessness, with building more housing, with the opioid crisis, with getting people around and better transportation. I know that today there's a lot of work to do to make San Francisco better, and I am truly committed to that. But I'm also committed to opening the doors of opportunity, creating a path so that everyone in this city where we talk about diversity, where we celebrate our diversity, this city has a place for everyone. So there is work to do. And I appreciate the work that you all are doing to be here, to cultivate your relationships, to push for professional development, to open the doors so that we can make sure that women, especially women in tech, especially women of color, have a real chance of growing and thriving in the tech industry in San Francisco. It's time to seriously, yes, San Francisco is a great and diverse city, but it's time to diversify tech in San Francisco. And you provide that opportunity. I'm looking forward to seeing the first Latino woman as a tech CEO of her own company. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the changes that I know we can make when we work together. And no, change is not easy. But nothing ever great comes out of something that's easy. We are going to have to work hard for it. We're going to have to fight for it. I know I have a responsibility as mayor, especially being the first African-American woman mayor in San Francisco, and also the second woman in more than 30 years since the first woman was elected. I have an obligation to make sure that even though I'm the first African-American woman elected mayor in San Francisco, I cannot be the last. I cannot be the last woman of color elected to the city and county of San Francisco. So I'm going to be working hard. I'm going to be looking to each and every one of you to roll up your sleeves because, again, tech is a great industry to be a part of, but there are also so many other opportunities that exist in San Francisco. The African American Art and Culture Complex, where I served as an executive director, they're always looking for volunteers and board members. There's commission appointments. There's so many amazing things that you can do to get more actively engaged. And the last thing I say that is truly important, because we also have to make sure we have good leadership locally, on the state level, and especially on a national level. We have to register, we have to vote. We have to encourage other people to register and vote. We have to make sure that people know that we are not going to be erased, that we are here, and we are here to fight for what we believe in to make our city and our country a better place. Thank you all so much for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Mayor Reed. Really, we cannot underestimate nowadays the importance of our leaders, our local leaders, our state leaders, our federal leaders. So it's very nice to have women, especially women of color, fighting the good fight for us. So Mayor Reed talked about connection. That's what it's all about. How many people have you met in your life that you have helped or they have helped you and they have opened crucial doors? So now it's the moment to do that. We have a 10-minute break. And I would really encourage you to take this time to meet a few Latinas and make those important connections. And we'll be back to talk about artificial intelligence in a little bit. There's coffee in the back, water, pastry, so enjoy.